All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today, I have Lawrence Simon with us. He's an up-and-coming business and leadership development speaker, career strategist, and founder of a growing enterprise, also a proud college dropout. So welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, Tyler, for having me. Sounds great, just like how I had you write it.
Yes, absolutely. I like the college dropout part. It's a good part. So the first one I got for you, Lawrence, is what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Wow, is this the first question, Tyler?
Yes, we go deep quick.
First, I just want to say thank you again for having me on the show, and pretty much I just want to tell you that what I'm about to tell you, as far as my story, is based around 3 words of never give up, and basically, I just want to bring you back throughout my career and pretty much tell you how I got started. So basically, I was there after finals week. Currently, I was living with my sister at the time in her living room. And I gotten a letter back from my college stating that I couldn't return back. And man, it was very hard for me during that time frame, and just didn't know exactly, what I wanted to do. I told my family. A lot of my family just was not against it. They told me to go back, and really, I just was lost for words. Fast forward a little bit on. I talked to the director of financial aid about appealing to go back to school, and she denied me. She told me I couldn't come back. Pretty much when you get that, it totally hits you hard. I lost weight, was stressed out, just didn't know what to do with my life. Fast forward on from that, I met my direct mentors and also networked and went through a couple more opportunities as well that really brought me here today. So that's really why, I'm saying never give up, because, the fact that I was booted from college really turned out to be a blessing, which is why I'm here with you today, sharing value on your podcast and pretty much helping the entrepreneurs who are listening to this as well, to never give up on your dreams and hopes. You never know what you'll come across.
Absolutely, man. And then the next one I got for you is, what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
The most valuable piece of information, I would say, is it correlates across all industries, Tyler, and it's pretty much networking. How did we get here today, me and you? It's because of networking. I believe network is your network, and networking is key. You'll find out that as you go along through your entrepreneurial career as well. The secret to living is giving. The more you give to people, the more you network through your actual network there, you'll start to see opportunities come from really anywhere. And I just believe that is the most valuable piece of advice I can give across all industries it applies to.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Wow. I would say it's to have a lot more patience. A lot of times we like to run into things. We like to do a lot of things too quickly. And, we should have more patience and more diligence, just, wait a little bit more. Gary Vee always talks about it. He always says patience is key. And sometimes you're just a little bit early in the process. I just try to take that same advice too.
I feel it. And then kind of a little bit going down a different path. In your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
I believe the key to happiness is the art of fulfillment. A lot of people think that when you're successful, you got the Benzes, you got the Rollies. A lot of 90% of the population thinks that that's what makes us happy. When in reality, it's actually the relationships and the art of the secret art of fulfillment through those relationships that really make you happy. It's not the cars, the houses, and the homes. None of that. It's the relationships. So relationships, I believe, is the secret and the key to happiness. Family, having that bond, that unity as well.
And then, what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
I was waiting for you to ask me that. So, I stumbled across it. I'm always in Barnes and Noble. I mean, probably every day after work, I'm always there. Failing Forward by John Maxwell. And it reads, 90% of all those who fail are not actually defeated. They simply quit. So basically what that statement is saying is that a lot of people, they just quit. They just quit on themselves. They quit on their dreams and they just stop going, which is, in my opinion, it's absurd. And it's probably one of the benefits, I believe, of me dropping out of college too as well, because, I had to build so much tenacity in order to really keep myself, positive, going through those negative periods of time. So I believe that, that's probably the best book, and it's a real good teaching moment. I really recommend it. Failing Forward, you guys, by John Maxwell.
And then what is your favorite quote and why?
Favorite quote? Favorite quote. Let me see. I have a bunch of quotes written down. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I have like tons. Let's see. This would be the easiest question, but it's actually the hardest one because I have tons of quotes.
No, you're good, man. Share a couple if you want.
Yeah. It's one by Abraham Lincoln, and it's very powerful. It says, "Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power."
I like that.
Yeah.
That's sick, brother. Well, listen, thank you for coming on. The last one I got for you before we let you go is, where can our audience best find you online?
Awesome, man. So I'm really available on social media. For right now, Instagram is my main focus. So if you guys want to keep up with me throughout my entrepreneurial career as well, while I'm developing too as well, because I'm always in a stage of growth, you can find me at @theinfluencer__ on Instagram.
Perfect. Thank you again for coming on.
All right, I love you, man. Thank you for having me.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.